Hey guys, it's Nicole. I'm back with another vlog for you guys. Uh, I feel like, this vlog's just gonna be kind of spontaneous. I didn't really want to, plan for it because it's I just want to speak from the heart. So, let's just do this. So, I don't, a lot of you, none of you know this, but I've been through a lot, as a little girl, especially, I've been through a lot. When I was, and so, well, before I go into much detail, I want to just, state why I want to make this video. So, I feel like, others could be going through the same thing, and I want you guys to know that you're not alone, and not to be ashamed of yourselves. It's not your fault, and I'll get more into that later. So, when I was a little girl, when I was between the age of 3 and 7 is when this all happened. So, and it's not my parents' fault either. So we'll go with that. Just so you know, so when I was between the ages of 3 and 7, this was going on. Just picture a 3-year-old little girl having to deal with all this. So that was me. So I had a sick, not the good sick, a bad sick family. Part of my family. My grandpa and my uncles, 2 of my uncles and my great uncle. These are the sick people in my life, or that were in my life. Also, this is going to be kind of sensitive, so just, know that before going into this. This is what I'm about to say is really depressing and graphic and unpleasant. So, little 3-year-old me, I've had a lot of flashbacks about it. But let's just kind of go into a little bit of it. So, my grandpa and my uncles and my great uncle, they were all, I was 3. They all did stuff to me. They took pictures of me, and they sold the pictures to their pedophile rings. I remember they took me to this video store, and there was this box of pictures of a bunch of kids in sexual positions. They made us pose, and they took our pictures, and they traded them. And I got brought to one of the drops, and I saw a box full of pictures. And I remembered that in a flashback. And I remembered one where they all took turns. Sticking their junk inside of me and laughing and thinking it's just the most funny thing and it's just the most entertaining thing to them just to do that to a little girl, a defenseless little girl that cannot defend herself. And they just thought it was so funny. I saw in the flashback my grandpa's silver tooth, laughing, and then they made me put it in my mouth, and it choked me. I remember it choked me. It choked me. I couldn't, it was my mouth was not big enough. I was little, and I remember it's just sickening to think about how they got such joy off of doing those things. And it happened a lot. That wasn't the only time. And then they'd touch me down there, and they'd make me touch them, and and they made me like lick off frosting from them, and like just a bunch of crap. Like, and this happened from the ages three to 7, and I didn't. And I mean, that's not even all of it, but these guys were sick pedophiles, elderly, and and like picture your uncles and your grandpa like that to a little 3-year-old. It's disgusting. Like, how do you get such joy off of doing those things to a little defenseless girl? It just makes me sick, and it makes me so mad there's people like this. And I know that, like, they're not the only people like this. There's lots of people, terrible people, that get sick thoughts and do sick things to little defenseless kids, and it's just sick. And I was so afraid to say anything because they threatened to kill my parents, and they threatened to kill my cat if I told. So I was afraid. I thought my parents would get killed and my cat, and they said they'd make me watch, so that's why I didn't say anything. And once my grandpa ended up dying, that's when I talked about everything, and shortly after, I just blocked it all. And then they say that when you can trust a person 100%, that's when thoughts will come back, like memories, because your body cannot cope, and so it will block things. But then once you feel safe and feel like you can trust someone 100%, then your body will be like, okay, it's okay, and the memories will come back, so you can, let them out and process them. So once I got with Brian, I when I felt like I could trust him 100%, I had all the memories come back, and they kept coming back. And the sad thing is, like, I feel like I mean, yeah, I let it all out, but these people, like, they've died. They just died, like, like of old age and, just general health. They all died. They didn't get to pay for what they did. They just died. Like, they just got away with it, and it's pretty messed up that nothing happened to them. And it's like, I did have one uncle that was still alive, and I had gone to the police, and once I had all these flashbacks, and it's like, at this point, it's been a long time, so they can't do like a rape kit or anything, and the DNA's all gone and everything. So the only way they could do something was if they could get them to admit to it. So they called and talked to them, and they denied everything. And of course they would deny everything. Why would they admit to what they did? Why would they, it's so stupid. But like the others just died of old age and stuff, and so it's like they didn't even get anything. And the whole thing that I feel like is pretty messed up is like, I feel like if they got put away, they can hurt other kids. But when they're out there, they can hurt other kids and do it to other kids. And I feel just like, I feel terrible for any person that's ever had to deal with sexual abuse, whether it be when they were a kid or when they're adult. Anyone that's ever had to deal with sexual abuse, I feel really bad for you, and I'm so sorry. But just know that you're not alone. There's a lot of other people that it happens to them too, and it sucks, and it makes I'm so mad at pedophiles. I hate them so bad. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can get such joy out of, being so sick and disgusting, and it's pretty messed up. And I don't know. So just, I don't know, all of it started flowing back, and I don't know, I thought about like making a video about it, but I hadn't really, been to, I'm gonna do it now. But I just decided to today. I don't know what came over me, but I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a video and let you guys know what happened to me, and maybe I can help someone, not feel so crappy about themselves, not think that there's anything wrong with, them because that happened to them. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. And, like, you can speak up and, people will listen. Just, I don't know. I remember I really thought that they would kill them, but, like, I was a kid. Like, when you're a kid like that, you think that. Now I'd be like, no, I'm telling, but it's like a 3-year-old little girl. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know that her parents aren't going to die. And my parents didn't even know what was going on. I didn't tell them because I was so afraid. And yeah, it's sad. And like, I feel like just, it makes you stronger though. Like, having to deal with crappy experiences and have bad things happen to you. Once you can overcome that, it's like you just, it makes you that much stronger. Like, once I mean, it was pretty crappy when all the memories were coming back, because it just feels like you're reliving everything again, because, like, you can visually see these flashbacks, so it's like it's happening all over again. And, like, yeah, it's just, but if you have like that support system, it's really good. Like, Brian was so good. He made me go to therapy, and so I scheduled an appointment, and it was the day of, and I was like, I'm not going to therapy, I can't do it, I'm not gonna do it. And Brian's like, nope, you're going, you need it, and I'll help you, I'll be there. And he was so good. He took me to all of my therapy appointments, sat through that, and dealt with my crying. I was crying, I was emotional, I was a wreck, and he was just such a great support system. He kept telling me, it's okay, it's not happening now, I'm here to protect you, just let it out. And I felt like every time I had a flashback, if I threw up, it was like, it felt better, like I got it out by throwing up. And so every time I would have a flashback, I'd throw up. And it was just like, it would just happen, and like, it was like a release. And then when I threw up, I felt better. Like, that memory's gone now. I've processed that one, and then another one would come, and it got to the point where I threw up so much that I burnt my esophagus lining from all of the throwing up, and I could not drink water, and I could not eat. It just hurt so bad, and I had to go to the ER and get like hydrated, and I literally did not eat for 2 weeks, and then it finally healed itself. But now that I've got them all out and processed, and I had Brian to like, help me, it's just, and I don't know, I feel like I've just, grown from that, because I'm not that girl now. I'm not that girl anymore, that defenseless girl. I'm this girl that has grown up to be a confident, successful woman, and I'm not afraid anymore. I've stood up, and I've done all that I can do, and now I'm just hoping that maybe I can help you by talking about this. I don't know, but I mean, if I would have made this video back when I was dealing with all that, I would have been a wreck. I would have been crying. I would have been so emotional. Like, you probably wouldn't have been able to understand me, but I'm at the point where I've gotten through all that, and I've made progress, and now I can talk about it and try to help people, and, be Yeah, just how I am. It's just, I feel so bad for anyone that had to deal with this. It's pretty messed up, and I hate it. I hate pedophiles so bad. And, like, I feel like, I don't know. I always think of things like, just like the worst possible things that can happen, and I honestly think maybe it could be because I'm trying to, like, not have that happen again and have that happen, I don't know. I just feel like I'm super cautious now, and I don't know. Anyway, this is a pretty long video, so if you've watched this all the way to the end right now, comment, uh, comment the Pink Panther, so I know you made it this far, and just let me know what you think in the comments below. Um, I'll be reading, and yeah, um, stay strong. Yeah, I love you all. Bye.